Yeah, you tune in with Legend the Comic Show live in your ear. Scammer alert. We got a scammer that rented a Dodge Challenger Hellcat and sold it on Craigslist for 26 racks. He pulled off the move of the century then. Guess how he did it? LA native Don Lee recently thought he found a killer deal on a 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat when he saw one for sale for $28,000. And we know they're saying, when it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. He thought he started a killer deal. He got one all right. This is what he did. He messaged the seller and went to go see the car in person and made the deal and bought it. Little did he know the Hellcat actually wasn't the seller's to sell. The seller was a thief that rented the car from Drive Rentals in LA and sold it and ran. Now, the rental place realized something fishy when the renter asked for the car's spare key, telling them he lost the first one. That's what made the antenna go up. Then they said when they declined, the renter coincidentally found the original key. Now, after they tracked the Hellcat, a GPS tracker realized the car hadn't moved much. So when they came to pick it up, they tracked where it was. And instead of it being with the dude, is who he sold it to. The man made a fake title, painted the trunk, the roof, and dipped the wheel. He kitted that thing up. And got away with it. That was so cold. Man, people are so slow trying on the internet. You can get it. That's how the Cash App scam going around when they message you talking about, I feel generous.
Oh, did you hear about that too?
What
He
happened?
got killed.
Who?
Cash App man.
Oh, yeah. He got killed, I think, at the ATM or something.
There's something going on with it because they dropped a app called, they supposed to dropping the app the same day called the FedNet app the next following day.
The what app?
FedNet. Where they trying to get rid of paper currency and go all the way digital.
Yeah.
Fed now.
Wow. They said he owns some of Bitcoin too. He some type of way he tied into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of corruption going on right now. It's the time we living in.
Basically, I think they're gonna get rid of the paper currency.
I'm listening to this one segment on this other station. I think it's a Nation of Jake or something like that. The dude was talking about that they're gonna make it where you can get no government benefits, no Medicaid, no food stamp. You know, they supposed to be shutting it down. That's what he's saying. Ooh, the world gonna be in trouble. All the crooks that like to tell stories to get free food stamp, it's over with. No more hustling the food stamp people. Your game is finna be exposed. But I got another story. Go ahead.
I just think everything finna go back to the original system of thing, the bartering system. You know what I'm saying? Instead of currency, you got a product I want, I got a product you want.
Right,
We're gonna do trade like that.
Trade off. That's why they did commercials. You remember a few years ago they were doing them gold commercials, and you were seeing them all over TV. Buy gold, we buy gold. Then you were seeing them sell gold coins and all that. They play with the market,
right?
That's why. That's just like the artificial intelligence. I know you've been hearing about that.
Yeah.
I'm scared of it. They already showing how they can mimic your voice. They gonna be able to. It's gonna be so cold. They gonna be able to call you on your phone and sound like your girlfriend, and she can tell you, "Babe, I just had a flat tire. I'm stuck on I-55. Cash out me $250. You gonna cash out that $250? That wasn't never her.
Right.
That's how cold the game finna be.
I know. They got AI dating app now.
So they got artificial intelligence dating out now. But you can talk to a fake person.
App. Yeah.
So you got to be out throwed off to do that. Who in their right mind gonna talk to a computer as a relationship? But you know what? We living in America. They got some crazy fools that's gonna actually have a computer girlfriend. Think about that. They got people to do that. Weird. Sick. Let's talk about these dirty politicians for a minute.
What on?
Ex-lawmaker gets 2 years for cesspool bribes. Now, I know you ain't gonna like this one because you was a man in the system at one time in your life. You was locked down. And this gonna make you really mad when I tell you about this story. They don't think none of the inmates. This one here. A former Hawaii lawmaker was sentenced Thursday to 2 years in the prison in a federal corruption case that drawn attention to a perennial problem in the islands. The tens of thousands of cesspools that release 50 million gallons of raw sewage into the state pristine water. Basically, they releasing waste
They
into the
pollute.
prison water system
Yeah.
from the city. Like inmates ain't human. You might have been getting that, man, while you was in there. That's probably why, you know, they say the water.
I ain't gonna say it might. I know what's going on.
Yeah, it said in ground pits that collect sewage from houses and buildings not connected to city services for gradual release into the environment are at the center of the criminal case against the former Democratic State Representative Ty Cullen. He has admitted to taking bribes of cash and gambling chips in exchange for influencing legislation to reduce Hawaii's widespread use of cesspools. Wow. This man was taking money under the table. Know what you were saying?
Man, the prison complex ain't nothing but a experiment, just like the Tuskegee experiment.
It's an experiment. What you mean by that? Break it
Man,
down.
like government testing different products and you know what I'm saying, psychological effects on people.
So they treat the inmates in the prison system like lab rats, is what you're
Right,
saying.
basically.
Right. Yeah. It's cold. You know, you can look at the diet that's given in jail. It's not even healthy. You know, just because you're doing time don't mean you're supposed to eat garbage. The diet is ridiculous. You know, in the kind of money that they make off of each inmate per day, per month, per year, it ain't no excuse for cheap food. You know, it should be fruits and vegetables. You know,
Right.
nuts, grains, high protein. It's crazy. But I'm gonna jump on over to a little something else. Unless you got something to finish up on that.
You go ahead with you.
Why do you think men cheat, man? Why do you think? Why do you cheat? What make you cheat on a woman?
Shit, it can be variety. It can be variety. It can be numbers of things. Something that I ain't getting at the house.
So what is it that you ain't getting at the house that would make you
It
cheat?
all depends on what the situation is.
So in your life that you cheated, can you remember a time? What was the specific thing?
Or it was just, you know what I'm
You
saying?
just wanted
I
to
always
do it.
made sure my mojo was still there.
You just wanted to see, can you
Yeah,
still get another girl?
yeah.
So basically, in your mind, you was acting like you was 60 years old, and you got to see if you still got it, even though you young. You're tricking yourself psychologically. When you think about it, really,
Yeah.
because when you're young, you got it. How you gonna lose it? You know what I'm saying? That's that's what my that sound like something my dad would say.
Nah, but they said if you don't use it, you'll lose.
Yeah, but you using it. That's why you got your one currently. Now, if you ain't have nobody, then you know you out there on the prowl and searching and all that. But you know, I ain't knocking you. I ain't knocking your player ways and player skills, man. It's just conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
most definitely.
I, you know, I ain't ever had to be a cheater in my life because I just let a woman know up front, this is how it's gonna be. This is what I'm gonna do. You know, you accept it or you don't, baby. You know, I be honest, so that way it ain't no stories. You can't say I tricked you. You can't say I broke your heart. Because
Yeah,
everything that you might experience, I prepared you for this. You know.
right.
So I've been fortunate that I haven't had to be a cheater as a man in my life on earth. Now I did cheat. I can remember when I was 16. I remember cheating. Yeah, I can remember clear as day. I remember uh, I cheated on my girlfriend and I came home one day. She was already mad. She had found out and questioned me and stuff. I had told her the truth. I told her I did. So that really made her mad. I couldn't tell no story. You know, I knew it probably was going to
Right.
hurt, but the truth hurts sometimes.
Yeah.
I knew she'd respect me more if I told her the truth because she already assumed it anyway. So I ended up drinking for the first time. I wasn't even supposed to be drinking. I remember I got my grown cousin to buy it for me. So he
Yeah.
bought me I think it was a paint of some kind of brown liquor. And I drunk it, and next thing you know, I started feeling real good. I was like, ooh, this feels good. But I knew I was out of it. I ain't know, like, I knew what was going on, but I was kind of out of it. So I come on back to the house. When I come on back to the house, I see her in the mirror. She in the mirror putting on her makeup, getting dolled up. That both of at this time, like I said, we not even grown. I'm 16. You know, she 15. So I'm saying to myself, and she ain't never put on makeup, but she got me at the perfect time. Ain't that
Right.
cold? She set me up. She knew I had been drinking for the first time, and she paid me back that night. All I remember is sitting on the bed and looking in the putting the makeup on. I said, "What you doing? Where you going?" And she said, "Oh, I'm going." She said she was going somewhere. I can't even remember what she said, and I don't remember nothing but waking up. And then when I woke up, she tell me I had the time of my life. I said, "What?" And I remember going to sleep. She rubbed it in. It was cold. You know what I'm saying? I said, "What?" And she told me all the details. You know, I can't get into, but it was cold, man. You know, it was the
It
first
just ain't
time.
getting hot is.
Nah, it was the first time that a
Yeah.
woman ever had got to my heart, and one of the last times. But you know, I remember that story. So, and it wasn't nothing that made me cheat because everything that we was doing was good. What made me cheat was I had an opportunity to be with the first grown woman in my life. So that was a prize for me. I'm 16. I'm getting the first grown woman that I can meet and be with. I couldn't turn that down. You know what I'm saying? That was like riding a bike for the first time. I just had to do it. But you know, men had different reasons why they cheat, man. We're gonna move on to something else. I want to talk about when you think is the right time that a man and a woman should have kids.
The right time.
Do you think they should plan it, or do you think it just happens, or do you think people should be strategic?
These days time, I think it should be strategic, but people just don't plan this shit.
You got to make preparations, man, in life. You know, if you want things to come out the right way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that.